Hello and welcome to Merlin's Magical Story Time with me, Louise, and Merlin the Unicorn. Today's story is something that somebody said this is what they read at school, and they're an adult now. It's Willy the Wizard by Anthony Browne. Before we get into this story today, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel, Peace and Presence Healing, and to like this video. And even better, share as well. So this is another story helping children and families to find a little bit of comfort in life, and also to look at kind of real life situations where we might feel negative about a situation and how we can turn that around. So this book is about Willy the chimp who loves football and dreams of being a star player, but he doesn't have any boots, so he's never picked for the team. Then one evening, Willy meets a mysterious stranger and his luck begins to change. So, Willy the Wizard. So I'm interested because the name wizard in this insinuates it's a bit of a magical kind of story, that something's going to happen that can help us change our perception on things. Willy loved football, but there was one problem. He didn't have any boots. He couldn't afford them. So I'm going to show you that. So he didn't have any boots. He couldn't afford them. Sometimes we don't have things that we want because we've not got the money. So, Willy went eagerly to practice sessions every week. He ran and chased and harried, but no one passed the ball to him. He was never picked for the team. And you see where Willy is. He's at the back. So he's so passionate about what he does, but it's not shining. His skills are not shining just yet. One evening when Willy was walking home past the old pie factory, he saw someone kicking a ball around. The stranger was wearing old-fashioned soccer gear, like clothes. Willy remembered his dad wearing this, but he was good, very good. So we can see someone. Look at that light around this. Whoever this is, there's a bright light around them. So Willy is admiring someone's skills. He's probably admiring the football boots and the clothes as well. Willy watched for a while, and when the ball came over to him, he kicked it back. They played silently together, passing the ball to and fro. How do you think Willy feels that someone's passing that ball back and forth to him? Because when he was playing that game with his so-called team, nobody was passing to him. Do you think he feels really good about this? Then the stranger did something very odd. He unlaced his boots, took them off, and without saying a word, he handed them to Willy. Willy stared at them with wonder. When he looked up, no one was there. Oh, that's that wizard, that magic I was telling you about. Taking great care not to step on any cracks in the pavements, Willy carried the boots home. He cleaned and polished them until they looked new. Where did that person or that energy go to that we saw? I wonder where that went to. Where did it come from as well? So when he got home, he slowly went upstairs, counting every step. 16. He washed his hands and face very thoroughly, brushed his teeth for exactly 4 minutes, put on his pajamas, always the top first, always with 4 buttons fastened, used the lavatory and dived into bed. He had to be in bed before the flush stopped, for who knows what would happen if he wasn't. Every morning he repeated all of these actions in reverse, every morning. So he's going upstairs, washing his face, brushing his teeth, fastening his shirt, going to the toilet, and diving into bed. So he's got a bit of a ritual, something that he does, a repetition. Let's see. For the next football practice, Willy proudly took along his boots. but the other players weren't exactly impressed. So Willy's boots don't look like the other players, do they? They just look like ordinary boots. But how do you think Willy feels? He's got some new boots, didn't have to pay for them. Until they saw him play. So the other players weren't convinced until they saw him play. Where were the old boots? Willy was fantastic. When the captain pinned up the team for next Saturday's match, Willy could hardly believe his eyes. He was so pleased that he ran all the way home, being very careful not to step on the cracks. What do you think he saw on the notice board? He saw his name on that list, that player list. His name's at the bottom. So Willy's name is at the bottom of the list. What do you think not stepping on those cracks and having that repetition routine does for him? It's a bit of magic going on there. He's doing a bit of abracadabra, I think. Every day, Willy wore his boots and practiced shooting, dribbling, passing and heading. He got better and better. Willy was sure his boots were magic. Do you think they're magic? Merlin definitely thinks they're magic. But also, do you think with the magic boots, how do you think Willy's feeling about himself? Before, when nobody was passing to him, how might he felt then? Maybe he felt a bit low, maybe he didn't have any confidence. So he wasn't good at he wasn't good at football. What's happening now though? So every evening, Willy wore his boots and went back to the old pie factory. But there was something curiously familiar about the stranger, which made Willy want to see him again. But he was never there. On Friday night, Willy went through his usual bedtime routine. He went slowly upstairs, counting every step till 16, washed his hands and face thoroughly, brushed his teeth for exactly 4 minutes, put on his pyjamas, the top first with the first 4 buttons fastened, used the lavatory, dived into bed before flushing the toilet. But Willy was too excited to sleep. Even when he drifted off, he spent an uncomfortable night dreaming of disasters. So the big game's happening. Is the big game happening the day after? What disaster could happen? He's done all his routine, his magic, not stepping on cracks and going into bed and brushing his teeth, going to the toilet. And that helped him find them magic boots, didn't it? So he's done it again now because he wants to be really good at the game. So in the morning, he woke up with a start. It was 9:45 and the match started at 10. He leaped out of bed, threw on his clothes and raced down the stairs and dashed out of the door. Did he predict? He predicted something unfortunate was going to happen. He's got 15 minutes to get there. Willy ran all the way to the football ground. When he got there, the other players were already changed. The captain threw Willy's kit and he put it on. Then the awful thought struck him. He had forgotten his boots! The magic boots! Someone found him another pair. Why don't you understand, he said. But the team had already gone out to the pitch. What do you think Willy's worried about? He believes that them boots are magic and that they help him play football. What's going to happen now? He's not got them magic boots. What is going to happen? Do you think he's not going to be a good player? Well, that thought with you. The crowd's roar turned into laughter when Willy emerged from the dressing room. Willy grinned, but inside he felt angry. So people are laughing at him. They don't believe in him. They don't have that. And so if someone else doesn't believe in you, are you going to believe in yourself? The game started. Willy was amazed how fast it was. Within minutes, the opposition had scored. 1-0. From the restart, the ball shot out to Willy on the wing. He hadn't had time to think. He just ran with the ball at his feet. So Willy's just going. He hasn't got time to think. He's just going for it. Willy was magic. The ball seemed to be attached to him by an invisible thread. He dribbled past 3 opponents and sent in the perfect cross. Goal! There's Willy there, defeating all those good players. It seemed that Willy could do no wrong. Every time he got the ball, the opposition was mesmerised. So he's got the opposition in all tangled up and falling over. The teams were very evenly matched. With seconds to go, the score was still 1-1, but the ball was passed to Willy in defence. So his defence, he's not even a striker or a forward. He beat one player, then another, and another, and another, until he cut past the whole team. When one huge goalkeeper left to beat, the keeper was huge, and the net looked so tiny. Could Willy do it? He could. The crowd was spellbound as Willy conjured up the perfect shot. Goal! Willy the Wizard, chanted the crowd. Look at him, he's amazing. Later on the way home, Willy thought about the boots and the stranger, and he smiled. He smiled. I love that ending. So Willy had no self-belief. He didn't think he was good enough. And by changing his mindset, having those, whether those routines and rituals helped him, he gained his own self-belief. He gained the empowerment to succeed. Whether that person or that other player was real or not, they helped Willy, or Willy managed to change his negative mindset into a positive mindset. That's what I want to say. Willy started to believe in himself, that he could do it. So I want to say to you, if you're not good at doing something right now, that's right now. It doesn't mean that in 1 week, 2 weeks, a year, 5 years, that you won't be good at it. It just means that you've got to put some energy and effort into things. And Willy put energy and effort into what he was doing. He didn't give up, and he practiced. He might have had like an imaginary friend. He might have had someone that was guiding him that wasn't there. But he was the one that made that change and made them goals. And he saw the change in the crowds as they did believe in him. It's not going to happen so perfectly like that in life, but it's giving you that confidence and that resilience to keep going, not to give up. If you give up, you will never find whether you can do something or not. And I am not an artist. I am not amazing at art, but I have a go at it. I do it and I come away and I think, I'm so proud of what I've done. And Merlin wants to teach you that you have amazing skills. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. You can try and amazingly learn something. You might want to learn an instrument. You might want to learn how to climb a tree. And sometimes it's having the right people around you to help bring that self-belief out of you and to teach you what you want to learn as well. And it could be simple as you want to read a book, you want to bake something. It doesn't have to be something that everybody knows about. It's how you feel inside. So that's our book this week, Willy the Wizard. I just want to remind you, please subscribe, please like and share this video. And if you don't already know, me and Merlin and me have a book out called Merlin's Magical Journey, The Rose Garden. It's our book about empowering young people with feelings of fear, helping them to navigate those feelings through interactive and fun mindful practices. It's aged at children aged 4 to 8 years old. It's available on Amazon. Go and check it out. I'd love you to send me your thoughts, your comments about the book, about the other books that I've been reading. And you can hop over to my social media, which is Peace and Presence Healing or you can hop over to my website as well and show me a message too. Thank you very much, and I'll be back soon with another story. Take care.